What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we are going to do some more revisited videos. We're gonna go back and we're gonna revisit Dead Space, because if I remember correctly, that game ran like absolute asshole when it first came out. It was Stutter City. Although, still, it was a huge bit better than a lot of the other games that came out recently. But I figured that's another one we could redo. I already did the video on the Ally, so no need to do a revisited video on that. And it did a pretty good job even on that, so that's what gives me hope for this. So, we're gonna go and do Dead Space today, 1080p, and then I'll move on to 1440. Then we'll do the secondary computer and the main computer. It's nice to include the secondary computer. I was off on a Resident Evil tinge for a little while there, and almost no Resident Evil games except for the newest of the new remakes support ultra-wide, so it didn't get used. And then we'll finish up on the main computer. But now that we got all that out of the way, let's get this thing hooked up to that capture computer and hop on into the settings. I'll show you the settings. We're just gonna go with my settings. This is not a video where we're going through every conceivable setting. We're just using my settings from the last time and seeing how they do. So let's go ahead and hop in.
Well, all right, before we hop into the game here, let's quickly go over the settings we're gonna run here. So we're gonna do 1080p first, of course. So now let's cruise through the rest of the setting here. Now we're not gonna use FSR or anything. At least not in this video. We're just gonna see what it can do native. So these are the settings I'm going with. Now I'm going to say right away, there are certain spots where it drops under 60. Surprise, surprise. But still a pretty okay-ish experience, but you'll see what I mean by that once we get into the game. So let's go jump on in now. All right, here we go, basically in the beginning of the game here. So let's see how we do with the FPS here.
Stand clear.
Crap, we came down hard.
Not a great start to our repair mission.
Pulse rifles?
Standard procedure, Miss Daniels. We'll register them at the flight lounge.
Well, so far, so good. On the frame per second anyway. As you can see, though, the frame times are still a little weird and wonky.
Be proud, Chen. You got us here in one piece.
And there are still giant stutters later, as you will soon see.
I wouldn't mind something to steady my nerves, especially on CEC staff.
You see anyone in flight control?
No, nobody.
Alright, let's just keep
Isaac,
walking down our
guess we
little
better go.
platform here.
At least we didn't take out the sign.
Yeah, see, there's a bunch of that stutter I was talking about. Just random frame drops.
May as well get signed in.
It also does that a lot in this room.
Isaac.
Welcome, Isaac Clarke, to the USG Ishimura. Rig synced. Collect kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. Location? Error.
Alright, though.
Employee
Is
not
that
found.
stupid door gonna open for us yet?
I can't read security.
Oh, wait, I don't think I scanned myself.
What is wrong?
So it's not gonna open, is it? Not until I go over there. Oh wait, nope, I lied. There it goes, finally unlocked. I was starting to think, okay, well, maybe I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Shit. I was just gonna walk around in this tiny ass little room. I wanted to go in this room too. But still lots of stutter. Frame rate though, definitely seems to be a little better than before. Everything else, pretty the same, I would
Where's the
say.
security detail? Where's anybody?
There's nothing logged. No duty roster. No power to the elevator.
For God's sake. That security console's still working. Isaac, get a damage report. I'm done playing around.
Using 7 gigs of VRAM. Oh, there we go. There's some more stutter. I wanted to know if coming back in here would stutter more, if it pre-cached it in, and then it was going to be fine, but nope. Nope, definitely not fine. Not fine at all.
Can you reroute power to the elevator?
If I can figure out why it's down.
Isaac, Try that security console.
Alright, though, let's pick this thing up. And move on.
Well, alright guys, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay here. And this thing is still just Stutter City, unfortunately. I was hoping they would have gotten rid of that, but unfortunately no. However, the FPS in between the stutters has improved, I will admit that. I think on 1440p I had to use FSR, and I think at 1080p I was just barely staying above 60. Like, I would be getting like 61 right now instead of 71. So I'm getting like a decent amount of frames more than I did before. So that's pretty cool, but there's still the random stutters here and there. I mean, it can be completely smooth one moment like you see here, but all of a sudden, when it needs to load some new assets in, it's going to sit there and go, oh god, and have like a seizure or something. I really wish games would stop doing that. But at least it's good for now. But there's always stutter whenever we walk into this place, like, for first couple feet. And I remember with the frickin' Asus Ally, yep, staring like right into this corner got you like no FPS. See, so we still dropped down to like 65 for a second while it loaded shit in, but about down to 45. So yeah, when it does its stutters, it'll still drop under 60 with my settings, but general FPS is way over 60. It's just that stupid same stutter it ever had, so unfortunately they did not fix. It was hard to tell on the Ally because I was playing at like 30 to 40 FPS, but I still noticed stutters on that too. So far, honestly, the Steam Deck, even though it wasn't getting very much FPS, it did the best in the stuttering. Or stuttering less, I should say. Alright, let's go on in. And let there be light. Yeah, as you can see, still ran a little stutters here and there too. Now I'm curious, when I walk into that control room on the Ally, it literally dropped down to like 11 FPS for like a split second before it let me walk through the door. So I'm kind of curious to see if that was just the Ally being too weak, or if it was just what this game does. We're gonna pick it up. Alright, looks like we can go in here now. Let's see, is it gonna stutter like mad? Yep. That was even worse than the Ally, down to 6. So it still, like, sucks going in here. So no. They gave us a little more FPS, and that's about it. Everything else is, I'd say, pretty much the same. I mean, maybe the stutters come less, but I think that's just placebo. I feel like the stutters are probably about the same as they ever were. But in between them, like I said, at least we get some decent-ish FPS. Yep, they know something is wrong. But what? Oh, still more stutters. Let me just smear your friend all over this window here. Let's go! We gotta run away! Yeah, we're still so full of stutters. This is still not an enjoyable experience, unfortunately. Now, I don't know if it's the laptop or the game, but it's probably the game.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the stutters. I mean, we were like 130 FPS, and then just because the dude got stuck in an elevator, we dropped down to like 54 FPS. Like, what? Down to 25? Like, yeah, this thing is just not doing good for this game, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Let's go over here and get our gun. There we go. Fuck you. Motherfucker. Oh, more crazy stutter. Anyway though, I think that's plenty of camera recorded gameplay, so why don't we go wrap this video on up?
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Dead Space Revisited here, at least at 1080p on the Asus G15 Advantage, and yeah, not a great improvement. I mean, we did get a frame rate improvement, but in my personal opinion, that means fuck all if we're still getting all the same stutters and dropping down to fucking 6 to 20 FPS at random intervals. That does not make a game fun to play. Now, I don't know if that's just my laptop and AMD disagreeing with this type of game and hating that kind of game. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how the desktops do. But we already know 1440p is probably going to be more of the same, but we're still going to do it just to see what the frame rate is like. And who knows, maybe for some weird reason at 1440p it won't be as stuttery. No idea why that would happen, but I'm not a programmer, so I'm just trying to, you know, look at the bright side of things and hope that things won't be as terrible. But it's probably going to be pretty bad. But hey, let's go ahead and end this video so I can get started on that video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.